Hi. Passive structures. Yeah, passive structures. I was told. So firstly, let's look at how to construct passives. Okay, they're very easy. You take a subject, which probably in a non-passive sentence is the object. So, I. Then we use the verb to be in the appropriate tense. So for my example, was. And then the past participle of the verb we wish to use. Told. I was told. So that's passive. To make that active, we exchange the position of the subject and the object. In my example, there's no object, so we make one. Somebody told me, or I was told. Let's try another example. The dog is eating a bone. Okay? So let's put the object as the subject, the bone, use the same tense of the verb to be, is being, and then the past participle of our verb, eaten, and then for the agent we normally put the preposition by the dog. The dog is eating a bone, the bone is being eaten by the dog. So that's how to construct them. You can construct them in any tense that you can imagine. Just use the appropriate tense of the verb to be and your past participle. So now let's look at why we use passive structures. We use passive structures for various reasons. The first being when the object, the thing the verb happened to, is more important than the subject. The school gave me a prize. Well, me getting the prize is more important than who gave it. Usually, it depends who's speaking. So you'd say, I was given a prize. And if you want, by the school. So that's one use. When the thing or the person the verb happens to is more important than who did the verb. That's one way. We use passives when we don't know who did the verb. For example, somebody stole my car. Well, instead of that somebody, it's better to make the structure passive. My car was stolen. Also, in this case, the person it happens to, me, is more important than who did it. We use passives to avoid saying somebody is responsible for something. So, for example, the coffee was littered, made a mess all over the kitchen. So instead of saying to my brother made a mess with the coffee, I say, a mess was made in the kitchen. Like that, I'm not accusing anybody, and it's a good way of avoiding responsibility. We also use passive structures when we know, everybody knows, who did the action. For example, the police arrested me. Or we just say, I was arrested. We all know the police arrest people, and therefore to include the police is not necessary. The last use of passive structures is for sets of instructions. So, for example, to boil an egg. Take an egg. The egg is then put in boiling water. The egg is then boiled for 10 minutes. When the 10 minutes have finished, the egg is taken out. So here we have the passive to give a set of instructions. So there you go, passives in English. So remember to construct a tense of the verb to be with a subject, followed by a past participle. And then we use the passives when the person the verb was done to, or the thing the verb was done to, is more important than the subject, when we don't know who did the verb, when it's obvious who did the verb, when we want to avoid accusing somebody directly, or in lists of instructions. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment. Subscribe to my channel or visit my website at iswearenglish.com. See you again soon. Bye.